In case you're joining us right now, we've got the big man himself connected live from New York City. We've got Tony's crew, aka Downbeat. What's good, brother?
Yes, man, everything blessed, man. Getting ready right now in New York for a big dance for Black Scorpio 50th anniversary tomorrow night, Saturday night in Amazuro in Queens, New York tomorrow. We're celebrating Black Scorpio 50th anniversary in the business. And supposed to be a big show tomorrow night with General Trees, Little John, Downbeat the Ruler, Black Scorpio. And we have Brigadier Jerry and we have Brigadier Jerry, we have Capleton live and direct. Should be a nice show tomorrow night in Saturday night in Amazuro, New York time tomorrow night, Saturday night. You know, it should be good. I'm getting ready for that. You know, so it should be a nice show, you know, and stuff like that. So everything is blessed.
No, Father Downbeat, respect, and we want to start off by saying thank you very much for this opportunity to reach out to all your fans here in Africa. We are in South Africa, but the whole continent of Africa listens to this radio station, so you are reaching out to a lot of African listeners who love the reggae music and the sound system culture.
Yes, man, enough respect, man. As a matter of fact, I will tell all Africans in South Africa right here that if they listen to Downbeat 2 weeks ago on the boardwalk, they would hear I play a song and dedicate it to the African name, Africa is Paradise, mash up the boardwalk 2 weeks ago. You know?
Respect.
So they should go on YouTube and listen to it, man. I should mash up the whole of the boardwalk last week.
No,
you know?
Respect.
So 2 weeks ago, you know, yeah, man. As a matter of fact, the date was September 16th. If they log on to it, they will see Downbeat live there playing that song and dedicate it to the Africans, them, and enough respect to all who love reggae music, and enough respect to you, man.
Yeah, man, no respect. So, Father Downbeat, I want us to get into a few things that we wanna ask you, because I think there is no better opportunity than this one to ask somebody who has done it for so many years. But to start it off, I just want us to take back the listeners. When did Father Downbeat actually start? When was Downbeat Sound System formed?
Okay, Downbeat actually start in New York City.
Okay.
You know, I leave Jamaica out of it because from a little youth, I used to have a little system in Jamaica that I started out in my much younger days. And I never really call it Downbeat because I never really meet Sir Paxton Dad, who is the original Downbeat, Sir Paxton Downbeat in Jamaica with an early sound system.
Okay.
And I decided that I would actually don't want to call myself Downbeat until I meet Mr. Paxton Dad. Well, I get the opportunity to meet Sir Paxton Dad himself, 1972. And I actually start playing in 1971 in New York.
Okay.
And but the sound name Bus actually 72 after I meet Mr. Dad and I decided to officially call it the sound Downbeat.
Oh wow. So that was so officially that was 1972. So we can be on the record to say Downbeat sound officially you went out to the world in 1972.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Or officially Downbeat from 1972. That's my history. I came to the States in New York 1970.
Okay.
And I found Downbeat and the Sound Bus 1972. 1 year actually it was the same year when I actually decided to call the sound Downbeat. It started to bus.
Okay.
You know? And that is it. So 1972 is the original official date for Downbeat in New York City.
Oh, wow. So, Father Downbeat, at that time in the 70s, when you were in New York City, were there other sound systems in New York City at that time?
Yes, I come and see a few sound systems here, and some of them, some of the better sound like Bulwaki had fade out.
Okay.
You know, at that time, Bulwaki decided to maybe ease up the business a little bit and go into producing business or something. But and a couple of other guys I meet up here, guys named Neil Love and some other guys, but they, you know, and then you have I come sound here like a sound named Upsetter and a few other sound another sound named Tippertone, but you know, they're never really persistent like the way Downbeat actually persistent in it, you know.
Okay.
So Downbeat is a sound who really take it to a higher level in that where reggae music can, you know, concern to say hardcore.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
We are responsible for the hardcore business coming up from basement party,
Yeah.
you know, a little house party, and you know, still start to go in like a nightclub. We're talking about maybe 2 double 12, 2 Serin Vega double 12, and then we go to 15, and then
15,
we go to 18, and that's how the sound grow.
Okay.
You know? So this sound Downbeat never come like one big sound just come like that.
So you built it.
Coming from real small.
Yeah.
I was coming at times I never had no plate.
Okay.
You know? I used to play 45, and you know, then we you know, producer started to like sound, and I used to get, you know, I used to get a lot of song pre-release at that time. Pre-release used to be like Dubplate now.
Okay.
You know? But you know, but when a producer give you a pre-release song, nobody else would play it unless the producer give it to them.
True. True.
True.
You
know?
So for the Downbeat, what I wanna know, right? So in the 70s at that time, because the story that we obviously have been exposed to over the years is that when the music moved from Jamaica to America, there was not really reggae was not predominant. There was mostly R&B and soul music at that time, and from what we understand, your time in New York City was exactly the same time as DJs from the hip hop side like Kool Herc.
Yes, that yeah. Well, I know him after that because
okay.
I meet him after that, and he was on a program also with me and Sir Cox and that, and I meet him personally. We took a picture together with me and him, Sir Cox and that,
okay.
which was like a production that Nike was doing some promotion and that, and we get a little promotion and that, but for some reason it never got too far. I expected it to go farther.
Okay.
But when I came to New York City, I never really know him originally that much, you know, because I was just like a youth that's lying low right in the ghetto here, and you know, stay local, you know, and
okay.
Was just in the regular normal area.
Yes.
You know, where I would say, you know, started to do all the thing, and we found some little DJ in America that was interested in the business, and we start to use them as younger DJ until we decide to step up the ladder.
Okay.
And, you know, go, and then we DJ with a lot of DJ pass through Downbeat, and you know, Massive Dread, you know, name them, even Ranking Dread from England. Remember that DJ?
Yes, Ranking Fred, yes.
Ranking Dread. All of them get an opportunity to talk. You know, U Brown. Just
okay.
name them, man. They pass through in those time and DJ and Downbeat sound. So that was the good thing about it. But you know, but that's the era that I actually take it from. You know, which, you know, so Downbeat was always a hardcore song coming up, playing part 1 and part 2.
Okay.
Not Tim Bingy. If I don't tell Bingy, no, I used to DJ my set. I used to DJ and play the part 1 and part 2.
Oh wow.
A lot of people don't know that.
so
yeah, you know, so I was the original selector for Downbeat sound that played part 1. That's why I still talk on my sound. A lot of people don't know that.
Yes. So for Downbeat, for those who are listening, because obviously some of the listeners right now don't understand the concept of part 1 and part 2. We know exactly what you're talking about. Can you just elaborate for the listeners what it actually means?
Yes. Part 1 and part 2. Part 1 used to be the vocal.
Yes.
The vocal of the song.
Uh-huh.
And part 2 of the song used to be not even the version. So even if it's a rubber dub, it's a version of the song. And this is actually when versions start to come in place, because at one time, in the early days, you wouldn't find a version on the next song. So if you have a vocal song,
yes,
you'd have to try and get a dubplate rhythm.
Wow.
Where you have to go buy it from the producer.
Yeah.
To play the rhythm for that song. But after it became popular and so on, then, because if you remember, in the older song, then they never have no part 2. They only have a part 1, like A and B side.
True.
You know? And sometimes the B side was good. I would say sometimes the B side might be better than the A side.
Yeah.
Or sometimes the B side might not so good. You know? So enough people will just play the A side. But when version come in place now, Well, I don't know the reason why version come in place. I would say Dubplate make version come in place because people was playing Dubplate
Yes.
of the vocal song, and then the producer them decide that they're going to put a version on the next side of the 45, which also helped the 45 to sell more.
Yes.
Because everybody sometimes want to play it, because back in the days in Jamaica, it was so much sound system unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody wanted to learn, you know, you're coming from Port Machuki, you're coming from Lord Comic. As I know, I get the opportunity to hear those guys as a little youth,
Yeah.
King Stitch, you know, and coming up. And these guys make version because they always DJ and the version.
Okay.
You understand? So version, part 1 and part 2 is the vocal.
Yeah.
Version is usually part 2, which usually version usually be the straight rhythm. And then some selector, I would say, I give you part 3, which is the rubber dub cut of the version.
All right. All right.
Yo, a lot of learning,
yes.
Yeah, so
of course.
Yeah.
You know?
So at that time, obviously, from what you're telling us, at that time, doublets, you actually were having moving doublets, so to speak. In other words, you had artists who would sort of like frequent on the sound system, and then you would give these artists some versions. Who are some of the artists that used to frequent downbeat sound in that era?
Okay. All right. Okay, let me, okay, in that area, I'm not even going to mention about the artists that don't really have no name.
Okay.
Because the reason why I say that, it was younger artists before we started to move international. The first 2 international DJ ever come on Downbeat Sound officially in New York City is Michigan and Smiley, legally international DJ then, and it was history. Michigan and Smiley. And then we work with Massive Dread.
Yeah.
We work with it. We work with U Brown and Brigadier. Wicked Dance.
Yes, Brigadier Jerry.
And we work with Lieutenant Stitch. We work with Papa San.
Wow.
Professor Nuts. And it stepped out. We work with Capitan at that time. No. We work with DJ like Peter Metro, Johnny Ringo, Puka Tayan, Louis Lepke. Oh my God, Lorenza was my friend up until today. Rankin Joe, every DJ that came popular in those times work on Downbeat Sound live, and a lot of them sing live to Tristan Palmer. In Beaneman. Back in the days, Beaneman DJ and Downbeat Sound, and it's like a history for Downbeat. Downbeat, not to show off, because I really like to show on the music. But Downbeat is the real hardcore official rubber dub foundation sound of America or New York.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Father Tony. So then, if you look at that era, then you can simply say and sum it up and say, if it wasn't because of sound system at that time, some artists wouldn't have been known to the world. Correct?
Oh my God, good question. What you said a while ago, I agree with you 100%. Because let me tell you something. These artists them today is very lucky. Because back in the days, artists have to bust on a sound system first. You understand? Because let me give you an example of that.
Okay.
The example of that, when you go to Jalop, you know you're going to hear Brigadier. You understand?
Yeah.
When you go to Metro Meter, you know you're going to hear Peter Metro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have Studio 54 and those sound. Virgo, you're going to hear Lauren Jar, maybe Carlton Livingston singing live. So most of those artists, and when you go to General Trees, you know it's Black Scorpio with Sassafras and all of DJ. When you go to Stereograph, or even before Stereograph, a sound you Ray Symbolic, which was the first sound ever to go in the UK with Rankin Joe, travel international. So, you know, those sound was represented by the DJ. But now, DJ just come and they could build a lyrics in their kitchen and they boss.
Wow.
You know? So it's completely different. You know? At those times, these DJ, the older DJ, them go to a hard times because they make them name Rankin, Trevor, Nicodemus, and all of those DJ was on sound system. So big up to all the people who know, say, sound system is a real culture and a deep culture of reggae music.
Wow.
Yes. Culture is the beginning.
Yeah, culture is the beginning. So Father Beat.
Yes, and sound system.
Yes.
That's where it started from. In some of the rappers, them.
Yeah.
Remember some of the rappers, them. It was created by Machuki and all those guys coming in from Jamaica after things, and a lot of people think that yes, Ura is the man. Ura is the man that take it to another level.
True.
But you have maybe five more DJ that was very popular in dancehall sound system same way. But Ura did take it to another level, like DJ like High Rai, who was in also a high standard like Ura.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Eddie Sal Capone. You know what I mean? Just name them, man. Just name them. So sound system is the beginning of everything where reggae music concerned, because back in the days in Jamaica, if we want to hear a song that really say brand new, we have to go to a dance site to hear the DJ say brand new.
True.
You understand? You understand? Because
True.
the radio station never plays certain songs.
Yes.
And the radio station used to play mostly American songs.
True.
So big up the sound system crew.
Yeah, man. So then
sound system crew is the real thing, and I thank you guys for people like you that really can spread it to the South African people and all over the world, and
True.
make them know and understand, who never understand certain things where reggae music is coming from and what is the beginning of reggae music. And I want to get to another point.
Okay.
I want to get to another point that people maybe don't understand. There was a thing named Mento, right? And Mento was the beginning of it, because what used to happen back in the days, Caxton, Creed, and those people used to travel, come to foreign. And they, at that time, they used to bring back what they call blues.
Yeah, the blues music.
The Louis Jordan.
Yes.
And then Jamaica come with a Mento. Mento was something similar, maybe turn Calypso. Maybe it's Mento actually turned Calypso. I think, because Mento was before Calypso, and then you have a great thing that came together named Ska.
Ska, yes.
Ska is internationally.
Yeah, Ska.
So after Ska, so Mento break down to Ska, and after Ska break right down to Rocksteady.
Rocksteady,
which I think Rocksteady is still the best era in Jamaica history, even though they say it only lasts for 18 months.
Okay, so Father Screw, hold that thought. What I want to ask you, just to take you a little bit back to what you just said. If you look at those three, are you okay for me to call them genres? Would we say these were genres of reggae music, from ska, rocksteady, and tempo?
Say that again.
What I'm saying is, are we categorizing these as different genres now, or it's one genre that is progressing?
Well, let me tell you something still. Everything coming from the ska.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Everything is coming from the ska, and this is why ska. I don't know why some of these young youth don't really get involved in ska, because any place they go in the world, people love ska. I'm not saying that, I mean, we did change the era. I'm not saying one thing have to last forever, but ska is forever. Rocksteady is forever.
Yeah.
The reggae is forever, because the name reggae will never change.
True.
You understand?
True.
And the fact about the whole thing, after ska, musician create, I don't know which musician actually, but they come together and they create a thing named ska, which mash up the whole of Jamaica. And when I use the term say mash up, I don't like to use that word. It's not really mash up, I mean nice it up. You understand? The thing about that, then somebody came up with an idea to break the music down. Like, for instance, Drew Creed, as a great producer, Treasure Isle, never really liked Rocksteady that much. Treasure Isle was really like a ska man, because he think Rocksteady was too slow.
Okay.
But the fact about the whole thing, he make Rocksteady song, and Rocksteady song go famous on its label, so he couldn't stop making Rocksteady.
You're referring to Treasure Isle, right?
Yeah, Treasure Isle,
right. Yeah,
and if you notice, Treasure Isle actually back out of the business when reggae started. Treasure Isle didn't make too much reggae.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't know that. So I lift up my hand. I lift up my hand to the great Sir Caxton Clement, that who is the greatest producer in Jamaica history.
Wow.
Sir Caxton Studio One
Wow.
is the greatest producer to me in Jamaica history, because Sir Caxton make gospel, he make all kind of punk rock tune, and he make all kind of stuff, and then he make the hardcore one drop.
Yes.
That's where the one drop sound coming from. Studio One.
Oh, wow.
And as you know, it's never every artist that record for Studio One.
Yes,
but I would say
yes.
90% of the artists in Jamaica record for Studio One. The Wailers, everybody come right up.
Yes.
You know, they go to Studio One like the music school.
True.
You understand?
True.
And he did a great job, and still putting out songs that never been released.
Yeah.
So this is why I choose to call myself Downbeat, because I love that nothing sweet to me like those Rocksteady rhythm.
Wow.
The one drop sound. You know
Wow.
what I mean? And you know, big up to the guys. Cause if you notice, Ken Booth,
Yes.
Leroy Sibbles, and those artists,
Uh-huh.
they're still doing stage show after song that they make 40 years ago.
That's very true. That is very true.
Look into that, South African people and who love reggae music, what I just say.
Yeah.
Song that make 40 years ago, these artists that's still alive
Are
is
still
doing
touring.
stage show of those songs.
Wow.
Because the younger producer
Yes.
not really recording those artists anymore.
That's
and
true.
these artists still doing show and going over the world and performing. Beautiful.
That's true.
Yeah, man.
That's very true.
So if you're building a house, you got to start from the foundation.
That's it. That's it.
And the foundation, once the foundation collapsed, that's it. But the foundation never collapsed.
Yeah.
Rocksteady became reggae.
Yeah.
And in between reggae became roots.
Yep.
And it was in between the light with the rockers. You have something named rockers with actually the roots same way.
Yes.
Right in between the line until it actually say roots.
Yep.
So roots, rock, reggae. That's how I look into it.
Wow.
Okay.
Bob Marley said that too, right? Remember? Roots, rock, reggae. Bob Marley said it. And he says he feel it in the one drop, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Father. This is
So-
Dennis here, sir. Yeah?
Yes, man. So
yeah, man.
it's always a blessing for me to share a little bit with people
Yeah, man.
that I could share the real truth. I only talk that I know, and I only talk that I see. And I am glad that up until today, from 1972, I am still a part of it. I thank God for that, man.
Yeah,
Bless
man.
it.
Big up,
and
big up.
bless all the people who listen to reggae music and know that little island of Jamaica creates some beautiful stuff. And if you notice, every reggae artist in the world love Africa.
That's true.
man.
And
That's true.
I think every black people should love Africa.
That's true.
You don't
man.
understand?
That's
Because
true.
believe you, my brethren, we make a lot of song that says Africa, and it go big time for us.
Okay.
You
Right.
understand? So
yes, I've got a
blessing
question
to
for
all
you.
African people. Blessing to all African people. I told us true. Original Downbeat Selector and owner.
Yep.
Say that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I've got a question for you. Reggae music in relation to the other types of music. I've listened. I've checked that reggae now is being fused to some R&B. Is it a good thing, or what is your take on that?
Well, the fact about reggae music right now, a lot of people say we are losing reggae music, but I wouldn't say we are actually losing reggae music. The fact about it, I don't think when reggae music really created, reggae music was only created for Jamaicans alone, or it was created for black people alone.
Yeah.
The word reggae is a name that came up, and the music became, and I predict years ago that the world was going to like it. You understand? So I bless everybody who think that they could play a song and they could say reggae, and if the world like it, thank God for them.
True.
You know?
True. True.
And things like that, because I don't think reggae was only made for Jamaican. It's a great thing that created Jamaica, and we have to get Africa get created, because all those drum rolls and those things coming from originally the African days too.
True.
And so Africa people, I want you to know that your all is a big part of reggae too.
That's very true. That's true.
Yes.
Father Screw, there is burning questions that obviously the continent would like to know, and I'm gonna ask you these questions in two parts, right? So the first part of this question is, we want to know the influence of the genres that you have spoken right now, leading up to the 70s and then into the 80s. The first question I want to ask you, before we ask you questions regarding to sound system culture and clashes, there is a burning question that is everywhere you go on social media. People are asking questions, and it does not seem like someone is giving them the correct answer. There was also another prominent elder who was on record also saying his facts regarding to the question I'm going to ask you. Now, the question goes like this. When exactly did dancehall music start? Because reggae music has always been, like the way you broke it down, from all the foundation eras, from Rocksteady, we spoke about ska, all those genres. When it progressed, there was a time where in everybody's mouth, a word called dancehall was coming out of everybody's mouth, be it a selector or a DJ. In your time, when did dancehall actually start to exist?
Dancehall business started, I don't remember the exact date, but I could tell you that dancehall business, as far as what I know, but dancehall business is going from 60s. And I'm going to tell you why I tell you that dancehall business was going from 60s.
Yeah.
Back in the days, just like I say before, when you have the older DJs, they used to play song and they used to toast on the song.